The current Minister of Justice, Norbert Mao, confirmed that there were some irregularities where electoral commission agents were seen taking ballots for someone. And I think that is a grave allegation that was made. And Norbert Mao confirmed communicating to the chairperson of the electoral commission of this thing. In fact, Norbert Mao said this statement.
I got reports that some presiding officers were selling the ballot papers, that a book of 50 ballots was being sold, some for as high as 5 million shillings. So I think we should really talk about the Electoral Commission, because that is the body that has the mandate.
That is Norbert Mao. First of all, sometimes I feel like Uganda is hell. We must be in hell without knowing, while other people in other countries are in heaven. For a Minister of Justice to come out and confirm irregularities in an election, and at the same time comes out to say that elections were won by General Kaguta Museveni, is something that must be investigated. Because we all know we had an election that was brutal, violent, and everything. In fact, there are very many people who are supposed to have a voice or to be on the forefront of seeing that these things don't happen, and they click for General Kaguta Museveni. And because they are conflicted, they cannot say something out correctly. So the purpose of this video, I've come to investigate the statement of Norbert Mao saying that elections were mismanaged, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So for me, what normally makes me feel bad is a person can stand out, a minister that matter in General Kaguta Museveni's government, confirm irregularities and still say that Bobi was defeated. By Norbert Mao coming out to say that we didn't have a free and fair election, it's a sound of alarm. And for me, who was a player in the politics, it was so brutal. I've never seen electoral malpractices like this. In fact, even when voters stayed away, how can you tell me that General Museveni got 7 million votes when Bobi is having 2.7? It is the truth. Okay? People know. Videos were seen, audios were played when electoral officials were rigging elections for particular candidates, most especially those within the NRM. And Norbert Mao coming out to say that it confirms the violence within election. In fact, another video Norbert Mao was talking is this.
We have got DP candidates who won according to the tallies of results from polling stations. So these specific cases have got to be addressed. I've even shared some evidence with the chairman of the Electoral Commission, where a presiding officer was busy taking ballots from his desk, but he was unaware that he was being filmed. I don't want to say these are isolated incidents. I simply want to look at the specific cases. I do not think I can defend a presiding officer who is taking ballots, and the chairman of the Electoral Commission has promised to take action against such people. There are the constables who really were like statues at the polling stations. They were virtually helpless. In some places, there were those who apparently had powers to override even what was going on in the polling stations. Now, those are illegal activities, and they should be called by that proper name. I think you may be talking like if you're comparing road accidents and airplane crashes, because airplane crash kills so many people at a go. So you would assume that actually more people die in airplane crashes than road accident. Yet the reverse is true. So I do not want us to reduce the debate by saying Minister of Justice, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put the integrity of Uganda's elections? I think it is good to look at what we want to measure. If we are looking at the integrity of EC officials, I think they fell below average.
That is Norbert Mao. So, even those within government know, even General Kaguta Museveni knows what happened. Because however much, okay, let me assume those were the votes that were given. But remember, elections are processes. They are process. The reason as why the Kenyan election 2017 was nullified was because of a mal process. But else in Uganda, we have a frivolous process of violence, abductions, torture, blocking of candidates from campaigning, and still a winner is declared. Is the reason as why I felt bad when we never went to court to make our case. You never know. Not saying that I have faith in the courts of law, but we needed to make a case like the way we made a case in 2021, and we were able to see judges fighting to an extent that one was pushed out and criminal window continued as the Chief Justice. Okay? So we needed to make ourselves, even away from that, why we feel bad, the same person, Norbert Mao, came out to say that elections were rigged, is the same person when he was gearing up for speaker and positioning himself to be in the next cabinet, came out to say that General Museveni was voted overwhelmingly in the northern region. He said these statements.
Fortunately, where I come from, we also gave the president serious votes, more than 80% on average. So this time we have a claim on the political cake. There's the national cake, which means roads, bridges, electricity, schools, health facilities. That is they call it the national cake. Whether you have voted for the winner or not, you are entitled to it. But the political cake is based on how many votes you brought. And this time, in where I come from, the vote jumped from 44% to over 80%. And I was instrumental in shaping that narrative.
That is Norbert Mao. So you clearly see a person who's disoriented. I normally ask, and I will still ask, even if General Museveni is gone a long time, how was he able to use mad leaders in Norbert Mao to sound so childish? Norbert Mao should start hearing himself. On one hand, he's coming out to say that elections were stolen, votes were ticked for a particular candidate. On another hand, when he's negotiating to be a speaker and a minister, because I know he's positioned himself to be in the cabinet, he's coming out to say that the northern region voted for Museveni at 80%. Those two statements cannot come from the same man. In fact, Museveni is destroying Norbert Mao. I feel bad. Do you know how much time it will take to build another Norbert Mao? If this one is being destroyed? I feel bad for my beloved country. Of course, it's my opinion. My name is truly Mr. Makindi. Kabi Sulaiman Magali. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.